So the next limitation of switch cases, so you can allow only a integer and character expression. Why? Because so in case of a Java 1.4 and Java 1.5 version, what happened? So you guys had only the int and character. So after 1.5 version, you can allow the case as this case as either a byte or a short or integer or character. So these four only allowed. So you can't take invalid. These are valid one. Valid. So if you are going ahead with the keyword, that is keyword, string, and any other data type is not matched. Okay. So these are invalid one. Keyword, string are invalid. Expression also you are not supposed to go ahead with that. Okay, you got it. So here true and false is nothing but the values that you can't send it. Okay, so boolean also not allowed. And boolean only for a condition checking, not for the cases. Okay, so if we are going with the byte, short, int and char, you can go ahead, but in case of a keyword, string or boolean, you are not supposed to go ahead with this. Okay, so this is going to throw an error. Number 4. So showing an error, incompatible type, true cannot be converted as a int. Okay, defaultly will be taking a int, but here boolean cannot be converted as a int. Okay, so this is a major disadvantage. Next question. If suppose default is mentioned in the beginning of the case, okay, what will happen? So default function is whenever the case is not belonging to the choice, that is here tk I have mentioned as 10, but it is none of the cases is not matched. So what will happen? I'm just going with the default, but default given in the front. Okay, so you are supposed to give the break, or else what will happen? It is going to execute the entire what actually given in the switch case part. Okay, so now what will happen here? Break is not there. What will happen? This is going to give a entire default statement along with the cases. Okay, switch file. So you'll get default case, true case, false case. Why? Because you will be having break at the end only. You can stop the remaining part. That is why always default is going to give at the last, that is end of all the cases, or else you're supposed to give the break if you are started in the beginning. Okay, so either you have to give like this, so default case alone will come, or else you can give with the break. The break. So I'll get the output only a default case. Okay, got it. So if you're mentioning default in the beginning, you're supposed to give the break in the end of a default case, or else if you can directly go ahead with the last statement at the end of the cases, you're supposed to give the last statement as a default one. Okay, so next very important one is case is not having a value. Okay, so suppose I have a choice, but I didn't have any cases. Okay, so I didn't mention a default case, even a default also I didn't mention. Okay, is there any error? Is there any error? So this question, what will happen? Even it is a case is not mentioned, you're supposed to give a default. If you're not giving a default, then it is going to throw an error even the default is not mentioned. Okay, so that is a dependency. Okay, which should be there are some cases, or if the case is not mentioned, you will be getting an error. Okay, so this question is very much important, because most of them won't give the answer. They'll be getting an output. Case or default is expected at the end of a expectation. Okay, got it. So this is how you'll be getting an output. Okay, so let me go ahead with the simple limitations. 6 is over. No, 6 and 7 is there. 8. 6. So here, very simple question. So you guys know the short circuiting principle, right? The same thing. Here you will be having a if else part. Let you go ahead with the answer. What will be the answer of this if else part? So you have a true and false. So what will happen? This case is going to get a false. So false into anything, that is logical and operation. You don't need to check the second part. You can directly tell this part is a false. Then you can go again directly tell this if is going to give a first choice or second choice. What will be the result? First part itself false. So false into anything is going to be a false. So will be get a second choice is an answer, correct one. Okay. If it is a R, logical R, then what will happen? Second part will also be executed, that will be checking. Okay. So true or false is going to be true. So we'll get false or true is going to be true, will get first choice will come. Okay. Sixth question. Java switch underscore 6. You'll get a second choice. If I'm making this as a logical or operation, you will be checking second part also. So this is false or second part is true. So what will happen? We'll get a true statement. That's the condition, right? True. Then you will get a first choice. You get a first choice. Got it? So this is short circuit principle. That's it. Okay. So seventh question is done already. Variable along with the final value. Okay. Eighth question. Yeah, it's a very important question. Let you go ahead with this. Recently asked interview question. Okay. What would be the output? Let me resume my audio. So listen, what will happen here? Byte ranges between minus 128 to plus 127. So what will happen? Up to third case is going to be proper, but the fourth case, what will happen? It is going to make a overflow. So this is going to throw an error. Eighth question. This is going to throw an error. Possibly lost conversion, int cannot be converted as a byte. You got it? So you have given a byte expression, but you gave a cases value. So what will happen? This is not going to be same. So if you are given a byte, you have to give a byte. If you are given an integer, you have to give an integer. But here, none of the cases is there. Then you are supposed to provide with a what? Output error is int cannot be converted as a byte. Okay, you got it? So I hope everyone clear with the limitations of switch. So what are the limitations we have faced? Well, you're supposed to follow a cases with the different definition. The same label name, you are not supposed to go ahead with the different definition, but the different cases may have a same definition. That is nested case. Okay. Second limitation. So if you are following a integer type, then you are supposed to go ahead with the integer. If it is a integer one and the character one, you'll never be equal because the ASCII value is different. And the third one, expression, constant expression is allowed, but variable expression is not allowed. If variable is there, that should be a constant value that you can be provide with the help of a final. Okay. If once it's a variable is final, it is going to be a constant value. Okay. Got it? Next is you cannot have a keyword string boolean as a case name. So you're supposed to have byte, short, int, and character. Okay. So the if you are giving anything apart from this, you'll be getting an invalid declaration. Okay, that is an error. Okay. So next is you'll be having a default always given in the back of the each and every case. Okay, so at the end of the case only you are supposed to go. If we are giving default in the beginning, you are supposed to go ahead with the break in the end, or else it is going to execute the remaining set of cases till the break is reaches. Okay, so next question, you will be having dealing with a short circuit principle of and or similar to this. If you have a for logical or operation, if true in the front, then no need to check the second part. If false in the front of logical and, then no need to check the second part, you can directly tell the false. Okay, so now here the true part is given because false followed by a logical or true, so this is going to be true. Okay, this is one of the short circuit principle. And here you will be having this we have done. The last limitation, even the cases are not matched, you're supposed to give a default, because switch is going to expect some cases there in the switch statement inside it. Okay, but the case label is not there, so if you are not having any case label, you're supposed to give a keyword. Okay, this is how you will be defining a switch cases. Okay, I hope everyone clear with the switch case limitation. Okay, so let me go ahead with the today home assignment.